Hi, I'm Andrew, an entrepreneur and a computer science student,
Hi, I'm Verene, a psychology major student.
and you're now listening to the Ink Thoughts podcast, where we ponder and talk about incongruous thoughts ranging from our daily life to the human mind.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Ink Thoughts podcast. And so, what has been happening in your week, Verene?
Hello, everyone. So for me, actually, I've been feeling very stressful and tired for the week because of my work. There's just something just happened out of nowhere, and there's a lot more arrangement, like sudden arrangement that I have to handle. And yeah, other than that, everything was pretty normal for me. Yeah. How about you?
That's it. Nothing else?
Yeah, I can't recall if there's any like very special thing happen.
Okay. That's a very, very short one from you. A very short one. I mean, that's almost upsetting to hear that. But yeah, okay. It's bad. It's just not even a minute. But never mind. Back to me. So, interesting. I mean, over this past week, would I say that's as interesting as last week? I mean, okay, well, last week it happened that we combined 2 weeks of podcasts into one, and sorry about that, but I'm having my breakfast at the same time. I'm having some sausages and eggs and a cup of oat milk. I'm sorry that, so you might hear me munching on a bit of food. But yes, other than that, what happened this week? Okay, it's cool that I got to call my friends, early this Monday, and then ordered some food, kind of catch up a little bit, talk about some stuff. And yeah, it was pretty much just me searching on jobs and all that, getting one more interview. Oh yes, I actually forgot to just email that recruiter, but I don't think that she seemed to care anymore. Maybe, I don't know, at least. Yeah, and yeah, I just applied more jobs. I applied 100-something jobs, hoping that some will become the job that I'll be working on in a few weeks' time. So amazing. And yeah, yesterday night, it's quite funny. Yesterday night, it's because rarely on the weekdays would I go for grocery shopping, but yesterday night, because what we do is in our household, at least with our housemates, we would just order Asda grocery delivery. So Asda is kind of like a giant household, not a household, it's just a supermarket, kind of like Tesco or what it's now called Lotus in the Southeast Asia. So yeah, we just order online delivery, and then like we do the order on Friday. We combine orders from a few houses, I think 3 of them right in our neighborhood, and then we would just get the order delivered on Saturday. So because I mean of course we do have to pay. Each of us has to pay because there's 6 of us sharing it, so we're paying like £1 each. But definitely it's a lot more worth it because that £1 is per month, and it's a lot more worth it comparing to us going to either Tesco or Asda by our own and then carrying all the stuff back here, walking and all that. So it's definitely a lot more efficient this way. But yeah, because of that, we rarely go for grocery shopping. So what happened was that there's apparently this new place called Food Warehouse. So it's a lot smaller scale compared to like Asda or Tesco, but it just opened up, and then there's like a coupon. There's like £40 of it. Initially, we were like worrying so it's a bit tough, How are we gonna? Because the online delivery thing, it has a minimum spending of £40 in order to get free delivery, even though we have already paid for the membership thing every single month. It's not like paying that membership allows you to just get free delivery without any particular amount. So that's what we did. We actually have to fulfill £40 on the online grocery delivery platform. At the same time, if we are going to the place called Food Warehouse, we have this voucher which we need to spend a minimum of £40 in order to get £5 off, because it's new. We just there's a promo, why not just check it out? And we actually never went to that place. There's a few stores there other than the Food Warehouse as well. So we just went and check it out. And So yeah, initially we because many things are going through our head. We're thinking like, okay, so one of the members that initially joined our online grocery delivery kind of just decided not to continue anymore. So it's kind of like four of us within our household and another friend from another household. So one chose to buy the grocery through his friend, something like that, because his friend is apparently buying groceries every single week. So we're like, okay, so it's definitely hard for us to get enough groceries to fulfill both the online and the food warehouse £40 minimum requirement. Especially because there's this funny thing whereby the university is kind of giving us like a bunch of money, which I collected. That's a story for another day. So basically through that money, even though we can't get everything, but from the university convenience store, we can pretty much get some essentials like oat milks, fruits, and not oats, cornflakes and all that. So basically these are all done for. So definitely there's a few items less to be ordered on our grocery. And another thing is that pound is quite a strong currency, even though now it's been weakened a little bit. So things in the UK, it's quite funny because you buy things literally fruits. A bag of fruits can just be £1 or less, and then like even a box of cereal is just like 2 or 3 pounds. Meat is like 2 or 3 pounds. If you buy salmon, that's like maybe 6 or 7 pounds. That's the price we're looking at. That's why it's very hard. It's quite a challenge to match up £40 and not to say £80. So. But, suddenly we were figuring this out, and we were thinking like, because my friend is handling the account, so we're thinking like, okay, we're just going to head to food warehouse, we're just going to check it out. So if it happens that there are stuff over there, which we can, that will fulfill this £40 and the £40 minimum requirement, and then we have food left that we need to buy from Asda, then, why we just go ahead and buy from food warehouse and then Asda so that we can fulfill both together. And during dinner, we're thinking about this, and then suddenly and I was about to actually message the group asking if they want us to buy their stuff from food warehouse so that we can maybe avoid using Asda delivery for a week, and then we can just get it from food warehouse. And while I was typing that away and I was planning to send it, it's funny that one of our the member which chose to. He's planning to exit this membership thing next month. He just messaged a list of things that he's buying for this week, which is amazing because I don't know what happened. But I suspect that maybe he and his housemates has planned to join in on us on our online buying group, something like that. So they bought a cumulative of like £60 of stuff. So we're like, okay, that's cool. That is like totally settled. Like, okay, so we don't have to think of that. So basically we'll just go in to food warehouse and see whether our own household can easily meet the £40 requirement, and then we'll just go ahead. Yeah, and of course it did. And I mean, we bought a few extra stuff, but that's still for like covering a few weeks later, some household stuff like rice, and then toilet roll, something that we do need a lot. And so we fulfill that, and then we kind of just it's kind of funny because I knew that we are gonna buy rice, which like we bought a 5 kg one. They didn't have anything bigger than that, like 5 kg is the max. I actually brought a carry-on luggage there so that
Wow.
easier, because it's like it's a normal thing to walk in the UK. So we actually walked. Even though Google Maps said that it's around 30 minutes, it's like I think we kind of arrived there around 25 minutes. Yeah, we arrived there around 25 minutes, and then so that's why for the process to be easier, we need something like a carry-on luggage to be able to like just bring our stuff around easier. That's why we brought that, and then went for shopping. Quite a rare moment. I mean, like, it's funny. Why? Another reason why we are heading on Friday night and then we actually head out around 6 is that because they close around 8, which is amazing. It's just a UK thing. So we had to have dinner earlier, and then we went out like 6:15 or something, just so that we can get there in time, check out stuff, and then buy them, and then off we go. So and then we're back. So just quite a rare experience. Yeah, quite a rare experience. Because normally we would just do it on weekends, never on the weekdays. Yeah, but it's surprisingly quite empty though. I don't know. I guess people leave work at 5, so they probably go there around 5. And then by the time we're there, because we walk there, it's almost 7. It's like 6:30, 45. I forgot. So probably people already left. Yeah.
Do most of the shop close
quite
at
interesting.
8?
I would say yes. I mean, probably not in London, but in Nottingham, yeah, I would say that's kind of the case. Yeah, that's the case. That's the case. Except Tesco. Tesco, it opens till midnight. Except on Sunday. Sunday, I think it closes at like 6 or 8. I'm not sure, because other shops closes around 4. So yeah, that's still considerably longer than other shops. So it's just a culture thing. Yeah. But yeah, other than that, quite exciting thing is that, I don't know, I mean, to be honest, all this time, not all this time, but for this week and the past week, I've been using my friend's AirPods, which is amazing. You know, she left it at my place because she traveled back to her home country, and then she's coming back around autumn to continue her studies. But yeah, I sent my pair of WF-1000XM4, the worst names ever, for earbuds. It's basically the Sony flagship noise cancelling earbuds. You can say that it's like AirPods equivalent, but for Android. Yeah, I sent them for a warranty claim, and then I don't know why. I guess I just never thought like things would happen. I didn't get myself another pair of truly wireless earbuds, or even just a regular pair of earphones. So I had nothing. Like I figured that out during the day last week when I was about to have an interview. So I was like, I was freaking out. I was asking my friend, but then I thought of this in my friend's bag, and I was like, oh yeah, I can just use this. But yeah. The main thing I was gonna say is that so today it's actually quite early now. It's like 7 something now. And we're recording the podcast 7 in UK because I kind of want to get it done earlier because yesterday Sony said that the Royal Mail is gonna post my thing today, so I clearly don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss that thing because. Yeah, if I miss it, they might deliver it on Monday. I don't know, man. It's funny because the whole warranty process, they stated a lot of details saying that, you know, they will message me when they received it, which they did, but they said that they will message me the condition of the item when they received, because it's like a legal guarantee for them, so that if the item is damaged along transit, it's not really their fault, something like that. But they never did that. And this next message I received like around 3 days after the first one, which is I received it yesterday, was that they dispatched it. I was like, okay, I assume that you fixed it. And then so now, even though I don't think they fixed it, they probably just replaced a pair of new ones for me, which I kind of look forward to. But I was just wondering, like, okay, so interesting, like, yeah, like I don't know what happened. I hope it's fixed, but yeah, it's just quite weird that I didn't know any information within it. So yeah, but I desperately need those pair of earphones. I've been living a week because I only use my friend's pair of earphones if it's like really needed, if it's like doing podcast recording or like what else, interviews and all that, because I wouldn't want to use it too much, and then I wouldn't want to I clean it every single time as well. So that's what I try to do.
When did you
so
send
yes,
it?
I desperately need that. I just sent it to like Sony Center, like warranty claim, because I mean it's still under warranty.
No, I mean when? Because I feel like it's been quite some time, right?
I don't know. It's okay. I guess so. I mean, it was like the week before on Thursday. I dropped it off at post office, and then weirdly enough, I was gonna message because I didn't receive anything on Friday or Monday about them receiving it, but I did receive a message on Wednesday saying that they received it. Probably the message got delayed, and then was it Wednesday or Tuesday? I don't know. But right straight after that, on when is it? On Friday, they just said that they dispatched it. So I assume that they fixed it. I don't know. It seems like it's a bit too soon for them to fix it, but well, they should fix it. So yeah, I'll just see how it goes. Hopefully it's new. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, another thing is that, you know, this pair of earphones, although it's amazing, it's not AirPods Pro. It's like AirPods 3 3rd gen, and then it doesn't come with a active noise cancelling thing, which is, I mean, it's not bad for, I mean, AirPods are quite cool, especially when I use it with my MacBook. But the thing is, I've used the ANC, so I can't really live without that now. Even though that's like, I think the audio pass through for AirPods 3rd Gen is a lot better. But and when you use things like with ANC, the audio pass through is digital because they kind of record it and then they pass it onto your like the earbud so that you can hear what's happening on the outside. I guess I kind of got used to the digital voice. I don't know, like the digital sound around me. I don't know, maybe that's just me. But yeah, like thankfully that my friend left the AirPods here so that I'm able to use it.
Does she know?
So yes, I guess. I mean, actually, I never told her, but I'll definitely tell her when she's back here. Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell her. Oh, sorry, I actually used it. I hope you don't mind. I mean, I cleaned it up definitely. So yeah. So yes, actually, that's from me.
Oh, wait. Well, before
Pardon?
before we start the topic itself, I just recall that I have something that I'd like to share. Is that okay?
Yeah, of course. Why
Yeah,
not?
yeah.
I mean, like it's our podcast. Why are you asking that as if you need permission? It's weird.
Okay. Just that because I said I was feeling kind of stressful for the past week, I just recall that actually, other than work and everything, my colleagues, I consider them as friends as well. So I know they're not doing well in terms of their mental health. Yeah. So, seeing them going through all this is painful. And it kind of affected me as well. But I'm quite curious that if, let's say, it's you, would you tell it publicly to people that you are suffering through some mental health kind of?
Okay. I would say that definitely. I guess mental health, there's still quite, at least in my experience, there's still quite a taboo, something like that. So I wouldn't tell it to every single one, definitely. And definitely someone trusted. So like someone trusted as someone that can understand, because like saying it to anyone, first thing first is that not everyone know how to respond to this, because not many people have experiences and knowledge on how mental mental illness actually works. And second thing is that people just misunderstood mental illness, so it wouldn't be that nice to talk to someone which misunderstood it and then kind of make a whole story out of it. So yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes maybe others that know, they feel worried, and the reaction just is a bit too over, that the person herself might feel, I think I'm okay, but you're telling me that I'm not. I cannot handle myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that I wanted to share. Yeah.
So just give me some time. I'm munching on the sausage. But yes, so yeah, actually today, what are we talking about? What's the topic for today?
Okay, so today we are going to talk about understanding why Asian parents almost never listen.
Okay, very interesting topic. So, can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So, okay, so I'm not sure how everyone's think about this, but at least from both of us, we kind of see like Asian parents usually when the first thing that when their children tell them something, the first thing that they might react most of the time is, no, it is not going to happen, it's not going to work, before even listening to them what they really want to do or what they're trying to tell. Yeah. So I guess For me, I think I do have some experience, but not that much, I'll say, because anyhow my parents still spend time listening to us, just that but I do have a kind of like comparison between me and my brothers. I can feel like they listen a bit more to me than my brothers. So but sometimes I think that, at least for my case, it's because the way that me and my brothers express something is different. So yeah, I don't know if I really use a strategy or what, but usually when I tell my parents something, they tend to listen first before they react to me or they judge whatever I'm saying. But that doesn't mean that it happens like 100% of the time. Sometimes they do still, because maybe that thing make them feel concerned or something, that they tend to like react quick before they listen to me for the whole story.
Okay.
But for my brothers, maybe the way that they speak and their attitude is not that good or what, then my parents tend to be more reactive when they say something. So the moment they started, my parents already started to react to them. So they always feel like, my parents don't listen to me, they only listen to my sister.
Okay. In this case, do you think it's like your brother's fault or is it your parents' fault?
I think it's both, because maybe through their past experiences, they feel like my brothers is not that trustworthy. So and they don't have that much of confidence in my brothers. But I believe they have slowly grown up, and they might have their own reason behind it. But for my brothers, you are requesting for something. If you don't say it in a like nicely, you just use your own, how do I say this? Wait. I'll say sometimes the attitude is like not very good. So the moment my parents started to react, they get even more angry themselves, and then in the end it ended up in a very bad way.
Okay, but the thing is, so would you say that previously your parents actually listened to your brothers? Because you say that based on past experience on your brothers, they are not trustworthy and all that.
Yeah, I think at the beginning they do, but just that whatever my brothers have been doing made them feel like, I can't trust you every single time.
Okay. Okay, interesting. Okay. All right. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, like for me on my experience, I don't know. As much as I would rationally when hearing your explanation, I would rationally I would like to agree with that your parents might be making like whatever your parents have done is making a lot of sense. It's like totally fine and all that. But I don't know. I rationally, like through understanding what you said, I would agree. I should agree with that. But I don't think so. Actually, I don't know. At least from my experience, I just guess maybe from my family experience or something. But there's a tendency, maybe from my mom, I guess, maybe more towards my mom. I guess, don't know. I my experience would tell me that, in fact, they wouldn't listen at all, and I'm not sure. But at least from, I actually am highly doubtful of your whatever you said, because it kind of contradicts your experience, which you have told me. Because previously, one thing which has happened is that they actually didn't allow you to go for a bunch of curriculum activities and all that, and that was based on some things like, because your results gone bad, something like that. I mean, that isn't exactly not listening. Probably they listen or something, but it just tells me that they are not being understanding enough, which is kind of a common trait that, many Asian parents possess, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
actually,
same for mine as well. I mean, you can say that they listen, but the thing is, if they don't understand, it doesn't actually show that they listen. Showing that you're listening is one thing, but truly listening, which accompanies the meaning of understanding, is another thing. Because like you can sit there, act like I'm fucking listening, but then it could be halfway through the point that I'm talking about, they actually stop maybe 30%, where they just keep thinking about that. So like maybe my kid is saying that, oh no, he wants to go to this concert, and then I don't even hear whatever reasons that he has to say. Just like I stop at the point where like, okay, so he wants to go on concert. I'm gonna say no because of this, and then he just doesn't continuing listen to it. Because this is the sense which I get from my parents every time I say a bunch of things, they doesn't process whatever that's after that. They just stop like halfway, maybe 30%, and then that's it, like nothing else. So it kind of builds until recently, where they kind of change a bit. They became more open-minded with my sister or something like that. They truly changed, but before that, it just turned into a point where, because of those experiences, it's kind of like for me, just like what you said of your parents' experiences with your brother, like your brother aren't that trustworthy. It became the same thing for me towards my parents, because it became the idea that, there's no point talking to my parents. Like it's always a no. It's like there's no reason to do that. Yeah. So like, of course, why should we do that? And yeah, so that's the sense which I'm getting from my parents, and actually from your parents, based on the experience you've shared towards me.
Yeah, actually, I kind of agree what you're saying. So earlier I did mention like they do listen sometimes, but it's not all the time. Yeah, I think depending on how much they are concerned towards that thing. Like in the past, they're concerned about my result, and that was a big thing as a student. So yeah, they tend to do it their way without really listening to me. But if let's say other kind of not that big thing, then usually they listen to me before they react. But for my brothers, sometimes even if it's a very small thing, they tend to react quicker than mine.
Okay, but I mean, like react. Yes, we talk about react, but are they actually listening? That's the thing we're talking about. Because you did say that. Yeah, they listen to sometimes, but now we're talking about listening, not exactly reacting.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, do you get what I mean?
Yeah. Listening. Well, for my mom, I think she does, but sometimes she'll still maybe she's not exposed to many other people out there. Yeah, because she tends to spend her time at home and alone as well. So sometimes if I do have some ideas that is kind of very, very new to her, she will listen to me, but that doesn't mean that she agree to me every single time.
Okay.
So we do have some like casual mother-daughter talk once in a while. Yeah, so we tend to share whatever we're thinking, her thoughts and my thoughts. Yeah, so sometimes I can feel like she's listening to me. Yeah, but I know some of the stuff is like way too new for her, that she cannot accept it immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, but for my father,
but would you say that they try to like understand when they don't like when it's like, for example, a new thought? Would you say that they are trying to understand that thing? Because well, definitely my parents now, more towards my dad, I can say that he does try to understand, you can see the effort of trying to understand, trying to see it from our point of view, or even though I would say that maybe that's an 80% effort, not exactly 100% effort, but I guess it's worth saying that, you know, it's already better than what they've done maybe 10 years ago, or even definitely 15 years ago. So so basically, do you think that they actually try to understand, or they're just, you know, listening, and then by default in the brain it's like, no, not gonna accept this thing, this idea is like just too stupid, something like that? In the next episode, we'll continue listening to Verene's thought on whether her parents actually listens and understand, and of course we'll continue our discussion into understanding why Asian parents almost never listens. So that's it for this episode, and hope to see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to this episode of the podcast. If you enjoyed, do share with your friends and family and leave us a review on the Apple Podcast. If you're not using an Apple device, you can leave a review on the Apple Podcast website with a link in the show notes. If you have any feedback or thoughts which you hope that we'll discuss in the future, feel free to email them to us at hello@incthoughts.com, or alternatively, you can send us a private message on our Facebook, Instagram or Twitter with the username of incthoughtspod. Thanks again, and see you all next week. Bye bye.